When we think about the cloud, or artificial intelligence, we usually picture weightless code floating harmlessly in some invisible digital ether. Industrial-scale computing relies on heavy physical machinery, vast expanses of land, and massive concrete structures. This shift is now playing out in Hobart, Indiana, a quiet community known for its residential neighborhoods, wetlands, and wildlife reserves like Lake George. This quiet town is currently the proposed site for an Amazon AI data center, estimated to cost between $11 and $15 billion. It would be built directly across the street from established residential homes. To make way for the project, the City Council rezoned 700 acres of land, changing its designation from residential to light industrial. The infrastructure powering the digital economy is heavy industry, and it is quietly being dropped right into America's residential backyards. The push for development is backed by a massive financial incentive, a $47 million upfront payment from Amazon to the city. The city controversially approved a fill permit before finalizing a site plan or conducting an environmental study. This permit allows developers to start digging and moving dirt, burying natural wetlands under layers of fill before the public understands the project's scope. Citizens living in $350,000 homes are now watching heavy equipment tear into the earth across from their property. They are asking for transparency, but the digging has already started. Local bureaucracy is moving at the speed of big tech, leaving the public blind to the permanent, physical consequences of the development. To understand the scale of these concerns, we have to look at the physical science of what a hyperscale AI data center requires to function. Training and running artificial intelligence models takes an immense amount of electricity. This facility will need between 2.2 and 3 gigawatts of power. A single data center pulling 3 gigawatts requires the same power as 1 million residential homes. NIPSCO proposes GenCo to separate data center costs, claiming it improves grid reliability. But residents worry this extreme demand will overload the system, causing rolling blackouts and rate hikes. The sheer scale of AI electricity consumption threatens to overwhelm the very public infrastructure it promises to upgrade. Electricity is only half of the requirement. AI chips process trillions of calculations per second, generating an immense amount of physical heat. To stop servers from melting, operators use open cooling towers. They pull in fresh water, absorb extreme heat, and vent steam. This evaporates millions of gallons daily, rapidly depleting local well water and threatening natural wetlands. To guarantee the servers never go offline during a power dip, developers install dozens of massive, industrial-scale diesel backup generators. These are industrial machines. They require regular testing, resulting in constant diesel exhaust and a continuous 65-decibel drone affecting nearby homes. Every hour of corporate uptime requires a massive trade of local resources, using the community's environment to fuel global processing power. Back in Hobart, residents have analyzed the data on diesel pollution, noise, and grid strain. Their mobilization is a direct response to these physical realities. They are taking civic action. Town halls are packed to capacity, petitions are circulating, and citizens are directly confronting local officials to demand clear answers. They have also taken the fight to the courts, filing lawsuits attempting to halt the fill permits entirely. The lawsuit alleges that the fast-tracked rezoning process was arbitrary and violated the citizens' due process. Hobart is a microcosm of a larger trend. Tech giants are aggressively scouring the map for cheap land, fresh water, and abundant power. Small towns are specifically targeted because they often lack the heavy industrial zoning laws needed to properly regulate this new breed of megaproject. The rapid expansion of these facilities creates a struggle over local land and infrastructure. For towns in the path of the AI boom, transparency and environmental safeguards must be secured before the concrete is actually poured.